Hey Ontario, here it is, a look at the Weather Network's winter forecast, and the word polar vortex is certainly going to be making a return this winter season. We expect an old-fashioned classic Canadian winter for many Canadians, with cold air really locked into place across much of central Canada, and that includes us across Ontario. A closer look, and we expect a long, cold, and snowy winter season for us across Ontario and for many of us across central Canada. Temperatures that are going to, for the most part, tip below seasonal or slightly below normal. And with that Arctic air in place, we expect more lake effect snow events targeting the Great Lakes. Now, system-wise, we do expect a more active storm track targeting central and southern Ontario, so precipitation will likely tip just a little bit above normal. Now, December likely going to be the biggest wild card of the season, and we expect winter to really hang on as we head into spring.
So the winter forecast isn't looking all that great, but we all know how accurate forecasts are, and especially if it's a whole season. So I haven't been doing a whole lot lately. I've been so busy on the computer, catching up with the daily news, and then I'll work on my website, or do some programming, or work on a video from last year. And at one point, I was pretty far ahead, even though I was behind. The last run of videos, when I had one every day, I was at one point 7 videos ahead. Like 7 videos that were uploaded to YouTube, scheduled to be released. And I do that because I don't want to put out more than 1 video a day. So I started working on the monster. I had a whole bunch of activity, and at one point there was 3 videos just for one day. So I kind of got a little bit behind, even though I was ahead. Right now I'm doing some more work on last year's video, trying to catch up on that. Then you'll know which videos those are, because I'll actually have the date on the screen. I don't date current videos, I only date videos from the past, just so you can see that. And apparently I'm alternating. I'm not doing that intentionally. I can see that as getting confusing, so if you see the date on the screen, you know it's from last year. Like I said, I've been so busy. I haven't been going out, and I went out today as I had to do some shopping, and I got to Value Mart, and just didn't feel like getting off and walking in. So because I'm driving the old scooter, I actually have the option of driving in, which is what I did. Partially due to laziness. Like I said, I just didn't feel like it. It might be depression, just the fact that I haven't been doing anything. I just don't have the energy to actually get up and walk. But probably mostly just the depression. It's just not feeling like doing anything physical. And unfortunately, that's taken its toll on the monster work too, because there's stuff I need to get done. I did get notice from my dealer today that the distributor has sent the new hub to him. So hopefully by the time he gets it, which should be in a couple days, it's the right one. And I expect him to confirm it with me before he sends it. But hopefully they got it right this time. Before I can put the hub on, I have to get those splines straightened out and grind out the grooves, because the end of it is messed up pretty good. They're kind of twisted a little bit, so it's just the end of them. The rest of the splines are fine. They're worn down, but I gotta scrape out the grooves because all the ground off metal from the hub is stuck in there, so I gotta clean them out too. And that's actually going to be a bit of work, but in order to do that, I have to jack up the entire back end of the monster, which means both sides, and I'm not going to trust the jack under the trailer hitch for that. So I mean, the reason I have to do that is because I need the spindle to actually turn, or the axle to turn, so I can get all the way around it. And I can't do that right now because the other tire on the other side's on the ground. So I got that to do. I got my new tires to put on, and I was going to do that tonight. I got one done, but I just I just didn't have the energy to do it. I tried to use my compressor, but it was taking so long I just ended up just shutting it off and using the foot pump. Which I think's kind of funny. The foot pump was actually quicker than using the compressor. But it was taking so long to build up pressure in it. So I got one tire finished. I got the taillight fixed. I brought it in the house, took it apart, and got looking at it, trying to figure out what's wrong. And I'm following the traces on the circuit board, and it looks like it should work. There's only one trace that goes from the positive input, and that goes to that resistor where the wire is soldered to. There's no reason why it shouldn't be working. So I got taken a closer look at it, and the diodes the LEDs are in series, and there's half on one side and half on the other side. So I think there was 8 or 10, I think 8 LEDs altogether, 4 on each side, and they're in series, like I said, so if one of them isn't working, the other 4 aren't going to work. Well, I got looking at it with the magnifying glass to see what's going on, and apparently, last time I took the circuit board out, like the LEDs fit in the holes that are in it, the lens holes, reflector holes, I guess they're called. They fit in so tightly that last time I pulled the circuit board out, it pulled one of the LED's leads through the circuit board, so it wasn't making contact. And that was the first LED, so everything after that didn't work. So all I had to do is just resolder that and put it back together carefully, and it's working now. So I got to put that back in the fender. And I have to work on that camera power supply on the top of the roll bar. I got to get that started yet. And right now, the temperatures are above freezing, and it's about as good as it's going to get for a while, so this is the time to do it. But I just don't feel like doing anything. But the splines have to be finished. The other tire has to be finished before I can drive the monster again, so I gotta push myself to go out and do those. Camera power supply, well, everything's working as it is, so I don't need to do that. But I would like to get that done, because that'll take care of all the vibrations and rattling, I'm hoping, that's being picked up by the camera. I think it might have been something else. I know I need to aim the headlight, but I can do that in the cold. I'm not sure if there was anything else. I'm just not sure. But I got stuff I need to do. And just things are just keeping me from getting them done. So, well, like I say, one step at a time. So I guess that's it. So thanks for listening, and here's me changing the tire.